everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with my second layout using the Cheeky.studio, their new kit club. And first of all, I have to say that I was super wrong and I have to fix that right away. For my discount code, which is Nicole Jones 911, I thought it was just for the first order that you place with Cheeky Studios, but it's every time that you order ephemeras or die cuts, you can use my discount code and get 10% off. Now, you can't apply it to the kit club, but anything else that you add or that you order on the Cheeky Studio website, just use the code Nicole Jones 911 and you'll get 10% off your order. That's an amazing deal. But now let's get back to this layout. I'm using the Sweet Succulents ephemera pack, which I absolutely love. I barely have anything left. I've used quite a bit of them. And I'm using the pattern papers that came in the kit. Now at first I was going to use this pale blue or teal, like a lighter shade of that teal. I think it's called Juniper, the other color, the one that's a little darker, which I did take out my Close to My Heart inks and I matched it up and it was Juniper. I had some cardstock in my stash. This is stuff that has been sitting in my stash forever, so it's nice that now I'm able to, you know, kind of dust it off and use it. So I took out my Juniper ink and some Juniper cardstock and I matted my photo on the Juniper cardstock. And then I want to use a darker pattern paper because of all the arrows, but I was going to have to just cut out the center because I didn't want to cut it to the side. So then what I decided to do was keep the darker shade of the pattern paper as my background and then use the lighter one. I cut that to 8 by 8 and then I took a piece of Project Life card and I cut that to 4 by 4, and of course I printed my photo on my Canon Selfie, so it's a little bit smaller than 4 by 4, and as you can tell it kind of tucks in, like it overlays, and I love that, and it fits perfectly on top of that 8 by 8 pattern paper. Then I took the embellishments and it's all beautiful flowers. They're all different colors that match perfectly with this pattern paper. And then I made sort of a border at the bottom of that 8 by 8 pattern paper. Now I'm going to take some of the flowers, I'm going to add some foam tape underneath just so that the flowers have a little bit more of 3D effect. And what I love about these die cuts is that a lot of them, they already have a lot of the stuff that kind of adds layers to your cluster. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I like to put a lot of stuff in my clusters and a lot of layers. Well, with these die cuts, I don't have to add as much because she's already added sort of the leaves and the things sticking out, or 2-3 flowers, one on top of the other. And I really like how they already look layered. Now she also also put in that die cut packs, there's flowers and then there's clusters, and then there's also, she put little pieces of like greenery, which is perfect because you'll see that at one point there's some that's already in the cluster, but I wanted to add some more, so I'm going to add some around the clusters, and I really like how it just finishes off my embellishment clusters. So like I said, my photo's around 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I cut down that Project Life card to about 4 by 4. It kind of overlays, and then I put that row or border of die cuts at the bottom of that 8 by 8. And then I took some of the stickers that also came in the kit from Vicky Boutin, and I'm just adding it so that it really pops on the layout. And this really worked well with this photo because this is a picture of my friend and I, and when we went to New York just a couple months ago. I can't believe it's almost 2 months, but a couple months ago. And wherever we went somewhere, it was, you know, but first let's take a selfie. Like before we did anything else, let's take a selfie, because before we know it, we'd leave that area and we wouldn't have a selfie taken of us in that area. So that sticker was perfect. And then the other two that I used, one says fun starts here, which in my journaling, that's what I talk about whenever I go on a trip with my friend Evelyn. You know, we're going to have some fun. And so fun starts wherever I go with her, whenever I go on a trip with her. And then the other one says all kinds of awesome, which worked out perfectly. Now above that border, I took another piece of ephemera that came in the frames package, and it was perfect. It was just a row of 3 flowers, and then the bottom had a few little lines, you know, that you could put journaling. But what I'm going to end up using it for is just going to put the month and the year. So I'm going to put May 2018. The second cluster is the one that I'm working on right now. I ended up taking a tab that also came in the kit. It was an American Craft package, and I cut that tab in half so that I can use it somewhere else instead of folding it. I'd rather cut it in half and get some more usage out of it. I tucked it in behind the 8x8 pattern paper, and then I overlaid some flowers, and again taking some greenery so that it makes it connect to the other embellishment clusters. Now my third embellishment cluster, I'm going to put it next to all the word strips that I put right below the journaling spot. And again, I used one of the tabs. I'm going to use a few flowers, putting some of them on some foam tape. And I also ended up using one of the flare badges that also came in the kit. Now I'm looking for some alphas that maybe I can use. I looked at to see if I could use the same alphas that I used the last time, but I didn't have any M's. So then I went into my stash, and I'm going to grab some more alphas, and these are from Studio Calico. No, they're not. They're from Simple Stories, and they came in a big package. I find they're a little wide, but if you cut on each side of them, then they're not as wide, and you know, you're able to make a bigger title. So like I said, on that ephemera piece, I'm going to put May 2018, and then on my journaling block, I'm going to put Girl Trip, and then I'm going to do my journaling. Once I get all that down, I am going to add some mist in black and in a gold that I got in one of my Cheeky.studio kits. So the gold is called it's from Shimmers. It's called Vibas Glorious Day, and it looks like a nice gold. I got that from Cheeky.studio. The black was from Heidi Swap, the black velvet. And that's it. I'm going to add my journaling. If you want any information on Cheeky.studio, I would highly recommend this sweet succulent ephemera pack. I don't know if she has any July kits left, but you can go check that out. I'll have all the information in the description box below. And don't forget, you can use my code anytime, Nicole Jones 911, and to get 10% off, again, except for on the kits. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.